Google is desperate for you to buy their phone. At least that's what I got from their little infomercial they did the other day. They did a little commercial talking about the upcoming Pixel 9 Pro, and it was like, write me a letter, a breakup letter or something, like 22 reasons why you should switch or get the Pixel 9 Pro when it comes out. It's supposed to be announced August 13th, just a couple of weeks away from now. And I'm going to go through these, and then you can tell me in the comments if any of this would be compelling or convincing for you to switch over, because I don't think so. And I have reasons I'm going to talk about that. But normally when you're like, hey, switch over, it's like, hey, get the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold, use the S Pen. That's compelling. Or here, use the Sony Xperia 1 Mark 6. It has a crazy continuous zoom with the 7.1 times telephoto. It's got amazing speakers, stuff like that. You've got an SD card slot. Or you take a look at the iPhone. It's got all the Apple services and stuff like that. There are reasons a lot of the phones have compelling arguments that why people like them or why they switched to that phone. A Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, it opens and closes. Same thing with the Motorola Razr. So when they went through this, I'm like, okay, this feels like a breakup, like a song a heartbroken person in high school who's in love with somebody who doesn't love them back is writing them like a song. But anyway, we'll get into this. That's just the vibe I got. It was kind of weird. So, wishing your photo had more scenery. That's one of the reasons. Reason number 2, forgetting the movie your friend recommended, forgetting the show your friend recommended. That's lazy. That's basically two of the same things. And what that's referring to is the contextual awareness that you'll have that we should be getting with the Tensor 4, that we should be getting with Android 15, with more AI built into the conversation. It can remember stuff that you've been talking about. That's one of the latest features we've heard about, a lot of different AI stuff. So yeah, that's the same thing. Phone calls where you can barely hear the other person. So you do have the capability on their phone. I believe with the Pixel phone, it'll boost the person so you can hear them. So that's another thing. Concert videos that look too far away. Talking about a telephoto. Your toddler is looking everywhere except the camera. Like the best shot, where you can take a look and you can get the best shot out of it, where it takes multiple ones and then gives you the options. I mean, you get stuff with Google for that. Scrubbing videos for answers. That basically an enhanced level of circle to search. We already have circle to search. We'll have this. Half the fam is looking at the camera. Of course, you have the capability with the camera already with the pixels where you can shuffle together and get the best image. You can do that already. So I guess that's not necessarily Pixel 9 Pro. Not capturing the right moment. Same thing. Snap a couple pictures, pick the one that you want. The sky not being right, the same old memes. I don't really understand the same old memes. The same old memes is supposed to be a compelling one of the 22 reasons why you should switch, whatever. The lost in translation, that refers to, of course, the translation stuff that you can do with the Google Pixel phone, live translate, all that. That's something you can already do. Forgetting what restaurant your friend liked, that's another thing. The whole contextual looking back at your conversation, and you're like, hey, what did so-and-so mention they liked to eat last week? You'll have that capability. Mom never being in the pic, you can add somebody in. So you can do that already. Photo bombers, you can use Magic Eraser. You can take people out. Blurry photo, they already have photo on blur. That's not a new thing. Writer's block, you can use Gemini and give it prompts, which you can do on any other phone. So yeah, there's not a whole lot of stuff in here where I look at it, I'm like, all right, so they're talking about Magic Editor, Magic Eraser, Live Translate, Gemini. I mean, just not a whole lot of stuff. Screening calls, there was one on here for not having to wait on hold, I think was another one. Screening calls yourself, so many emails, so little time. I mean, you can already do that with like ChatGPT and other services to tell you, synopsize your emails and give you the gist of them. Yeah, there's just not a whole, spending hours on hold, there it was. Yeah, there's just not anything here. Maybe like 10% of it you can't do on a Pixel 8 Pro already. And then this is what you want to use to tell people to switch over to the Pixel 9 Pro. Why don't you talk about maybe the new camera stuff? Why don't you talk about the Tensor G4? Why don't you show off some stuff that you can't do with other phones? I mean, basically, you just only can't do this stuff with iPhone. So if they're pitching to iPhone, sure. If you're pitching to Android, Samsung can do most of this stuff already, and Google's going to give all these features to Samsung anyway. It's going to happen. So this whole 22 reasons to leave your phone and come to a Pixel 9 Pro, I don't think this is it. I think this is a gesture that they thought would maybe be kind of cute and cool that people might like, and I think it's kind of dumb. but that's just me. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on it. I love the Pixel phones. There's so many things that I like. Everybody knows they take amazing pictures. Talk about the benefits you get now where they've done so much more with the video. The video and the sound's gotten a lot better the last couple of years. Talk about the 7 years of support. Talk about some of the other cool stuff. But 22 reasons why, and then breaking this down into a list and be like, yeah, 22 reasons why you should get a Pixel 9 Pro. Basically, 0 of those reasons would I get a Pixel 9 Pro. 0. That's just me though. So I think that the Pixel 9 Pro will be a compelling phone. I do have my concerns about the Pixel 9 Pro Fold because it's going to have the same cameras basically as last year's, and if not some more inferior cameras, which is a possibility. That concerns me. It really does. Those are things that I'm worried about. But by and large, I expect the Tensor G4 to be good. I expect Android 15 to be cool. I expect us to see some cool new innovative AI features that will be exclusive to Google, at least for some period of time until they end up on the Samsung phones. We could end up like last year where the Pixel phones come out, and then when the S25 comes out in January, then we'll see them show up in One UI 7.1, and then probably a couple months later trickle down to the S24, the Fold 5, and all that stuff. But ideally, you might want to tout something other than these things that really are not hardly exclusive to your phone that everybody else kind of can already do in some way, shape, or form, and most people don't care about. And they're mostly platform ubiquitous. So make a good phone, have some great features, deliver on your promises. Like, I would like to see something about delivery of promises there. We still don't have Zoom Enhance. Still don't have it. That was announced last year when we got the Pixel 8 Pro, and they're like, coming later, and the enhanced zoom. You can do this cool stuff. And here we are almost a year later, and it still doesn't exist. And we're talking about 22 reasons that most other phones can already use a lot of these same features in some way, shape, or form, not really exclusive to the Pixel 9 Pro or any of the Pixel 9 phones. So I think they need to get their priorities in order. I think they need to take care of their fan base. I think they need to take care of the people who care about their phone and give them what they want. And half of that is delivering on what you say you're going to do. It's very, very frustrating to have a company come out and announce a feature. And we've lambasted other companies before. Remember when the Deep Fusion came out for like the Pixel 11 Pro or whatever it was, and everybody was mad it wasn't going to come out till months later? Or whenever we got the Apple Watch 5 and the ECG feature wasn't going to be approved by the American Heart Association, FDA, until April. We had to wait months for that. Everybody was upset about that. And then we have a few people who are upset about the enhanced zoom. I made a video about it previously saying, where is it at? Because it's nowhere in sight. And we're right on the cusp of having the new Pixel phones. So I think the Pixel 9 phones can be good. But if they treat their customers and their phones this way, they're going to have serious concerns, especially if people, like, they come out with the Pixel 9 Pro, and then they're like, oh yeah, look at this feature. It'll be available later this year. Yeah, about that. So we'll see what happens. Let me know if any of these reasons or the aggregate of them was really a compelling argument that would make you want to leave your phone or not. And we'll talk about it in the comment section. I'd love to discuss it. Well, that's all I got. If you have any questions or comments, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.